Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last unit of Algebra 2. So I'll let you guys cheer if you wish. We're talking about sequences and series. So the very first one we're going to talk about is what is an arithmetic sequence. So you need to be able to figure out a common difference and a specific term of an arithmetic sequence. Now, sequence is exactly what it sounds, okay? It's a series of numbers in a particular order. So this would be considered a Fibonacci sequence, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. The way you figure out the next one would be to add the previous two. So 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 2 plus 3 is 5, and so on. And that is how you get each number in the sequence. So you go like 2 plus 3 equals 5. Any sequence... Any arithmetic sequence is a sequence in which each term after the first is found by adding a constant called the common difference, which we usually refer to as D for difference. So here, you go from -8 to -6, -4, -2, 0, 2, 4. So my common difference here would be a +2. Geometric sequence is what happens when we multiply over and over again. This one is going to be add or subtract. This one is going to be multiply or divide. So here, you're going to multiply by 2 over and over again. So my ratio is going to be 2. So arithmetic, add or subtract, geometric, multiply, divide. So that's kind of how we define those. So one of the more interesting number patterns is Pascal's triangle, where he builds his triangle by using start with a triangle of ones and then add the two above to fill in. So start with 1, then use the two above to fill in. So 1, 4, 6, 4, 1, 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1, 1, 6, 15, 20. So these are all built by adding the two boxes above them. And so they also happen to match up into Fibonacci's sequence, which is kind of a coincidence. So let's kind of get into what we're talking about here. So if I look at this, find the next 4 terms of an arithmetic sequence. I know it's an arithmetic sequence, so that means I'm going to be adding or subtracting the same thing over and over again. And it looks like I'm going down, so it looks like I'm subtracting 6, subtracting 6. So it looks like that my common difference here is going to be -6. So that makes that 37, 31, 25, 19. So that would be my common difference. So if I look here, what is the common difference here? Well, I go from -1 to 6, that's 7, 7, 7. So my common difference, D, is going to be just +7. So if you're given some information about an arithmetic sequence, you can find any number, any term in that sequence using this formula. This is called the explicit formula. So basically what that means is for the nth term, which is what you're looking for, I take the first term and I take my common difference and I'm going to multiply it by n minus 1. So if I'm looking for a 12th term, I'm going to take whatever the first term is, and then I'm going to take 11 times my common difference. Okay, so this n and this n are related because this is going to be 1 less than this. So table to right shows a typical cost for a construction company to rent a crane for 1, 2, 3, 4 months. If the sequence continues, how much would it cost to rent the crane for 12 months? So for the first month, it's $75,000. Then after that, I'm going up $15,000 every single month. So it's 75 grand to initially rent it, and then another 15 to keep it after that. So the way I would set this up is I'm looking at 12 months, so I want A sub 12. And then my first amount is going to be 75,000. And then n minus 1 will be 11 times 15. So 15,000 times 11 plus 75,000. So for 12 months, that's going to be $240,000. So write an equation for the nth term of the arithmetic sequence 8, 17, 26. So what am I adding each time? Well, I'm adding 9. So my first term is going to be 8. So that would be my a sub 1. So my a to the nth would equal 8 plus n minus 1 times 9. So now I can simplify this a little bit. Okay, I can do some algebra on this. So if I take 9 and distribute it, I'm going to give me 8 plus 9n minus 9. So if a sub n, when I simplify this, is going to give me 9n minus 1. So simplified, so if I'm looking for the 16th term, I can take 9 times 16 and subtract 1, and that will give me my answer. So this would be simplified. All I did, distribute, like you normally do with parentheses to get rid of them, and then simplify what I got left. So find the 42nd term of the sequence 8, 15, 22. So common difference here, 7, 7. So my common difference is going to be 7. So to figure out a sub 42, I'm going to take 8 plus 41 times 7. Okay, I'm still following this thing up here. So my 42nd, first term, n minus 1, common difference. So 41 times 7 should be 287 plus 8. So the 42nd term of this thing is going to be 295. There's my answer. So same kind of thing. Given your first term is 13, common difference -2, figure out a to 11. So this is a very basic one. They don't give us very much, but they give us just enough to help figure this out. So a to the 11th, first term is 13, plus they want a to the 11th, so I'm going to take 11 minus 1 times -2. So that's going to give me 13 plus 10 times -2. So 13 minus 20. So I get -7 for an answer. All right, so 13, 11, 9, 7, 5, 3, 1, ... If you keep going out to the 11th term, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Boom, that matches up. So now, Farmer Hooper starts the hay season with 37 alfalfa bales in the barn. Each day he adds 40 alfalfa bales to the barn. How many bales will they have the barn at the end of the month? We'll assume the month is 30 days. And then how long is it going to take him to get 1,757 bales? So he starts off with 37. So we're looking for a sub 30. And that's going to be equal to 37 plus 29 times 40. All right, so let me rewrite this a little cleaner. So starts off with 37, adds 40 bales a day for 29 days. Excuse me. When I do that, he's going to have 1,197 bales by the end of the month. All right, so now, how many days would it take Farmer Hooper to get 1,757 bales in the barn? So, what I'm looking for is this. So I'm looking for how many days. So now for this one, D kind of becomes a variable. So I know that it wants to be 1,757. I know that I start off with 37 plus n minus 1, common difference, sorry, d is not going to be my variable, n is going to be my variable. Common difference is going to be 40, where n is the number of days. So now solve this like you would any other algebra equation. So 1,757 equals 37 plus 40n minus 40. So 40n minus 3. So add 3, 1760 divided by 40n. N is going to be equal to 44. So it will take 44 days for Farmer Hooper to get 1,757 hay bales in the barn. All right, that's all we got. So kind of commit this to memory. Because that is kind of my high point. Remember, this is called an explicit formula for an arithmetic sequence. So we'll look some more at these when we get there to geometric. But for right now, be comfortable with this.